Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Mikey B here. Today I want to talk about this little cute little guy, the Penguin Knight, the Wind Penguin Knight, who is also known as Mav. Now, Mav is a 3-star. You probably look at him and be like, oh, he's probably worthless. He's probably no good. But if you are new to the game or don't really realize its potential, what he is critical for you to progress in TOA. Even whether you're doing normal or even hard, early game, normal, he's helpful, very helpful. And then late game, he's extremely useful in TOA hard. And let's take a look at what makes him so special and so useful in TOA. So this is again on my free-to-play account. You see a little bit of progression here. Got my Perna 6-starred. Got a lot of max 35s working on things. And from an unknown scroll, when I was trying to get some 1 and 2-star food, out popped little Mav here as a 3-star in from an unknown scroll. So that was lucky to get him there, and he is best if you put them on violent. And you notice I had farmed and been getting some good violent rooms from either the shop or from farming or from labyrinth, and I've been kind of hanging on to them. And Mav is one of those monsters where he best is used on violent because you want him to get as many turns as possible throughout your run. The other thing is you really need him to have a lot of accuracy so that when he is provoking, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, the monster, you want it to land. You want him to be able to land that focus, the provoke. You want him to land that provoke. So um, I put on focus runes, violent focus. And in the 2 slot, and I haven't powered up any of the runes, I just got this monster, so I put the runes on but haven't powered them up. And you'll notice that I have speed in slot 2, and fortunately I was able to add some extra accuracy, some extra health, a little bit extra attack. The attack on him is not that great or valuable. Really, the substats of accuracy and HP are key on this substat. Again, I had another violent rune here, had speed up here as a flat substat, and then we have crit damage again, not anything huge on Mav, but again, the accuracy substat was huge, and why I picked that rune for this monster. And then I need them to have HP. So I need them to be able to survive. I need them to have as much HP as possible. So in the 4 slot, I put HP. And again, the substats here that were important was speed. The attack and crit damage is nice, but I hope I get a triple roll in the speed because you want them as fast as possible as well. And then I have an HP 6-star here, violent. Substat was speed, so that was key why I picked this rune. And then I had an accuracy rune in focus. The only really good 5-star rune that was worth anything for slot 6 and a focus was this accuracy. If I can get later on an HP rune with some accuracy substat, I probably will flip this out later. But right now, having as much accuracy as possible will work. And then I just needed a 1 slot. I picked anything I had that was worth anything. That was a 5-star violent, and that was it. I didn't have anything else great. So this gives me my violent set and my focus, so I'm going to get extra turns. And again, with focus, you can see your accuracy, you get a plus 20% on top. So without anything pushed up in or anything, leveling up my runes, I haven't done anything there. I haven't powered those up. But looking at just the stats with what I have on there, I have an extra 883 of health. I have his accuracy up to 42%, and that's going to get higher when I power up the slot 6. I would like to get a little extra resistance if I could, but Unfortunately, I don't have any thing here. And then the speed here, that's important too. The key is plus 21, and which again, when I power up the second slot and some of the other ones that have speed substats, hopefully I get a nice roll and I'm able to get a really good fast little Mav here. Now, one of the things you want to do before you work on him is, if you can, you definitely want to awaken him, because let's look at the skills here real quick. So his first skill, he charges and to attack and stuns the enemy for 1 turn with a 20% chance. And when you have him fully powered up here, you're going to build this up to a 50% chance to be able to stun, which is really nice. That stun can come in handy because in TOA, the biggest thing about TOA is crowd control. You want to have them stunned, frozen, sleeping, provoked, anything you can to prevent them from attacking your DPS monsters. So it's really good that he has this chance to stun. Then one of the biggest ones is this second skill, which is the Declare War. Recovers your HP by 25% and provokes the enemy for 1 turn with a 75% chance. So this is really cool. So with a 75% chance, you can provoke. So when you're doing the levels that are usually the 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, the 10s, any of the level that is divisible by 10, those are the ones that are the hardest, and those are the ones where you want to provoke the big boss so that you can keep him from attacking your other monsters. So that's the best skill, is this provoke. Um, and then when you awaken him, you actually get another skill, and this one again is what makes Mav so special, is that he will remove one harmful effect. So if you have any kind of harmful effects on your team, like a slow or a dot or a defense break, anything like that on you, this will remove it when you use this. And then it will also decrease the cool times of all your skills. So if you've used your third skill on one of your monsters and it resets in 3 turns, once you use Mav, that automatically, when it goes from a 3-turn cooldown to 2 turns right after you use this. And if it was sitting at 2 turns before it was active again, it now goes down to 1. So you're able to get your second and third skills up on your monsters faster when Mav uses his Wings of Wind skill. And then he also speeds up for 2 turns your monsters, so you get a little extra speed. You remove a debuff or a harmful effect, and then also you get to decrease your cooldown of all your skills that have cooldowns. So this is why Mav is so critical to TOA. He keeps your team moving, he keeps them clean, he gets your cooldowns turned around fast enough, and hopefully he can provoke the main boss or provoke a monster, and also he heals himself with his second skill as well. So that's really cool. With the Declare War skill, he also heals himself. So all around, really good monster. So if you have the essences, you're going to want to awaken him right away, because when you go to level him up, if you have any Penguin Knights in your box and you level them from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, and as you level them up, you want the chance that this skill can get cooled down faster for you. So um, it's best you awaken him before you start working on him. Now, if you can't, no big deal. Go ahead and just work on him to get him leveled up. But the best thing is to awaken him. And I do have all the essences, so I am going to awaken this little guy here, and we will turn him into Mav. Now, I like Mav so much that on my main account that I have, I actually bought the transmog where he's in his little tuxedo. I think it's one of the cutest little transmogs, and I love that one on him. So when I get enough stones here to put a transmog, I'm going to definitely do it to Mav here and get him in that penguin suit, because it is just, to me, it's just too adorable. All right, so we got him awakened, and now next thing is we're going to start level him up. And once I have him leveled up and to a point, I will show you him action. Show you him in action. Show him in action to you in TOA. Um, so let me get him leveled up a little bit, and then we will have a little demo of him. Okay, guys. So we have Mav finally to level 35. I wanted to get him there before I showcased him. Took a couple of days, so a little bit delay on getting the video out. Sorry about that. But I wanted to put together a team. This is level 30 on TOA, and this is a very farmable, obtainable team here. And I'm going to use and showcase Mav, along with also another one that you definitely want to get, which is Bella. And so let's take a look at how Mav turned out. Whoops. Let's take a look at how Mav turned out on his final runes. So we had the Violent Focus, and I got every of the runes up to a level 9. So I went Speed, got some attack, HP, accuracy in there, which is you need high accuracy so you can land the Provoke. Again, we got defense, we have accuracy, crit damage resistance. Crit damage really not much on Mav, but it is what it is. Got some more speed and HP on him so that he's able to stay alive and get through the levels and take the hit. Got some speed again in substats on slot 5. And then in slot 6 was my accuracy rune. Again, it gave me a lot of attack crit damage. I mean, this rune will be perfect for a damage dealer if I get another focus rune for slot 6 with accuracy that I can replace. But for right now, I have not that many monsters, so they're getting what they're getting just so you know you can have them work for you on your team. So um, that's Mav, and might as well go through them all. So I have Lapis as the leader so that we get the attack power 25%. And you can see I have a broken set on her. I have Fatal and Broken so that I can get as much damage that I can. So I have the attack, I have speed in slot 2, I have attack in slot 4 and attack in slot 6. These are the runes that I got when I completed one of the scenarios, and you get to choose a set of runes. I chose the Fatal set, and these are the runes I got with that, and I put it on Lapis to upgrade the runes I originally had on her from early game. Um, and then Shannon, you get this when you complete some missions in the dungeons. And you get Shannon awakened already. I brought her up to level 35, fully skilled. Now she has a lot of the runes from early game. That was a good run, but we see a 3-star energy, another 3-star energy where I put HP, another 5-star. I have the um, set here so that's increasing the HP of all allies by 8%. The enhanced rune there, and then another energy rune for slot 6 of HP. Everything is up to at least level 9, but again, these aren't great runes, but for this level and for early game, these are the runes that you'll probably have to be able to put on your Shannon as well. Bella, I got from my secret dungeon. My friend had opened it up. As soon as you see Bella open up on um, your secret dungeon on Monday, is when the light secret dungeons open, or when they have all attributes open and everybody is farming essences. Really keep an eye out for the light Unagami, and you're going to want to make sure you get 1 or 2 of her because she is really, for a 3-star monster, she's really key because she does the defense break on the first skill. She has her strip on the second, and third skill is her heal, or is her AoE heal. So another great monster. Then we have Mav, which we talked about. And then this was just a 3-star monster that I obtained through a mystical scroll. And it's the Badger. This is the water giant warrior, and his skills um, work off of scale off of defense. So you'll notice that I have him on violent and guard because guard gives you a defense boost of 15% when you have the set, but I have them on defense, crit damage, and defense. Again, these aren't the best runes, but again, we're early game, we're free to play. These are the kinds of runes you're going to expect to have when you're early game and free to play. So you want to work with as much as you have and rune the best you can for the monsters that you're going to be able to use. And this Giant Warrior, I think, is one of the really great early 3-star monsters you can have, because he does a strip and defense break on his third skill. He has an attack bar reset on his second skill, and a attack bar reset reduction on his first skill of 30% with a chance. So you can see as an attacks the enemy, reduces the attack bar by 30% with a 50% chance. So the big thing about TOA is when you're doing TOA, you basically don't want the enemy monsters moving. You want to keep them locked down or preventing them from moving as much as possible. So that's why I think he's such a great monster, and he's great all around. I use him in Guild War, I use him in Siege, I use him in Labyrinth. He's a good monster all around. He deals pretty good damage. You'll see that when I use him, and he doesn't have outrageous crazy runes. These are just average runes, and he does pretty good. All right, so let's go in here and let's hit this guy here, and let me show you and showcase all of these monsters and how to properly use them. Now I'm going to manually go through this, so I don't do it on auto, so I can explain each step of the way. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work down the Diaz, which are the Dark Death Knights here. I am going to work them down. So I did not get the attack break on the first skill. Now let's see if I can provoke Darian here. And I did, I got my provoke. So the key thing about the provoke is that Darian is going to attack my Mav. He's not going to be able to attack anybody else. So now I'm going to use Lapsus's Retrieve Magic. So let's try to bring the attack bars down a little bit, which we did. Now with Shannon, I'm going to use her Pep Talk, which is going to increase my defense and my attack power. This is the attack power power buff, and then the one next to it is the defense. So remember, Badger scales off of defense, so we're getting an attack and defense buff on him. So when he hits, he's going to hit pretty hard. So I'm going to try to land. I'm not going to reset anybody's attack bar. I'm going to let everybody move kind of this round. But I am going to try to get a defense break and a hit. So I'm going to use the powerful throw on this Diaz here. And you can see that it was quite a powerful throw. We got a lot of nice damage there on him. So I'm going to finish him off with Lapsus's first skill, the Blade Surge here. So I'm going to basically finish him off and get that taken care of. Now let's attack and try to get one of these Darians down here. Okay, so we were able to get the defense break on the Darian, and let's try to get the other one. So we have defense breaks, and then you can see Bella is on Violent, and we are fortunately here getting very nice Violent procs. So I'm not going to reset. I'm not going to use Mav's Wings of Wind skill. I don't want to decrease yet. I'm going to try to actually stun. And I didn't get the stun, but that's okay. So I'm going to use the decelerate, and let's try to put the slow on everybody, which we got. So now I'm going to attack bar reset this Darian. He's the one who's going to move next, or possibly next. So let's get him taken care of. And you see we were able to take him out of the equation. Now let's finish off the Diaz here in the middle. So now we're just left with one Diaz. And I'm still not going to use, well, yeah, let's use Mav's Wings of Wind. Let's remove a buff, and let's remove and let's put speed on everybody. I'm not going to use provoke because he's going to die on the next turn. We got the stun, which was nice, so there was no reason wasting the provoke there because there was only one enemy. So got a defense break. I am now going to provoke the fairy here. I'm going to use Lapsus's Retrieve Magic, so let's reduce the attack bar of everybody. Let's put an attack buff and defense buff on everybody. And I'm going to try to bring down the attack bar of everybody and get rid of the Light Serpent Elpuria, I guess is how you pronounce it. Let's now try to push that. Okay, so Neil, the Light Fairy, was able to get up her immunity or her um, her invincibility. But as you saw, we used Mav's second. I mean, not Mav. We used Bella's second skill to actually remove the buff. So now we're able to continue to work our damage down. So we took care of um, the one Neil. Let's take care of the other here. Let's try to attack. I'm not going to use my AoE of Decelerate, of Slow, because there's only 3 monsters left, with one pretty much on the verge of dying, which I just killed there. And I really don't want to use Badger's second and third skill because I'd rather save them for the boss level. So let's try to just work these down and survive through. Okay, we got Bella's defense breaking on the one. Let's get rid of the serpent there. Okay, so now we are left with the boss level. So the very first thing I'm going to do is try to get an attack break, but we did not get it. Let's declare war on Brienne here, so that Brienne does, so that we can so we prevent Brandia from using her AoE or a third skill. And you see the third skill is the one that hurts the most. It really, Touch of Mercy really does a lot of damage. So we have her provoked, so now she's only going to attack Mav. So now let's see if we can bring the attack bars down a little bit. Let's try to put slow on everybody. We got a couple. Now here, I'm going to just try to get the attack break on the boss, which we get, which is nice. So now we're going to let everybody go here. So let's use the first skill on Lapis to bring everybody's attack bar down. Now, the great thing is the Wings of Wind is up, so I'm going to be able to cleanse my team, put speed on, and put everybody's cooldown by 1 down. So let's put some shield and attack buff on everybody. And now I'm going to attack the boss here. And you see it got a nice attack bar reset. I used the second skill. I used the weak spot strike where I was able to reduce the attack bar. And I'm just going to keep banging on the boss here. I'm going to do a heal because Mav is a little bit on life support here, so I'm going to bring up my health on Mav. And we notice our declare war is back, so that's all we missed, which is a bummer. We have pretty good accuracy, but as you saw, it's not 100%, but it's not going to matter because we took the boss down. So you see that it made it quite easy with Mav being able to speed our team, cleanse the team, reset our skills faster, and bring the boss down pretty easily. And using the provoke, which we landed quite a few times through that round, really helped us win the match. I'm going to continue to use Mav in some other videos. Don't want to make this one too long for you guys, so we're going to wrap it up here. If you like this video, please hit subscribe, click the notifications, and have another video out for you shortly. Take care, guys.